Vatu Sahana Bhunaktu Sahaviram Karvavahe Tejasvinavaditamastu Mahavidvishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. Hari Om Shri Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Bhurvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Tvameva Mata Cha Pita Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Cha Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Cha Dravidam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Okay, so whenever Joe sends those recordings, so I listen to them one time at least, so I also have a grasp of certain things I miss when other people are talking and all that. So one or two things I just wanted to bring that up. One was about Shankaracharya, who the original Shankaracharya was. If I just want to make sure everybody knows, because there might be some confusion otherwise. One that lot of the Advaita saints follow that, and even Chinmayananji follows Shankaracharya's philosophy, because he is the one who revived all the Vedantic concepts, because they were kind of बीच में लुप्त हो जाते ना, and it's considered almost like an avatar,
right?
You know, so that's called Adi Shankaracharya, and he came 1200 years ago.
Right.
So I just wanted to make, you guys can read on internet and all, we're not going to spend too much time, so just wanted to know. And right now, the Shankaracharyas, they are more like a title given to them,
No, he started this pratha. So there were like 4 centers of Shankaracharyas all over the country.
What I'm trying to get at is something like, okay, Jesus is there and now Pope is there.
Like Pope is changed.
So, but you cannot attribute Pope to Jesus, see? So just that little difference I wanted to just
No, but Shankaracharya is representing his philosophy.
No, I 100% understand. But, sometimes what happens is some things get diluted down, and it's nice to go back to the source. Right. And that's where the whole Bhagavad Gita came about. And Krishna Bhagwan actually says in one of the verse that ye gyan maine pehle surya ko tha, there's a whole sequence of beech mein wo lupt ho gaya.
Right.
Then, so I'm coming here to re-establish, because over the time, the example given is like this, that when the Ganga starts, it's very, very pure. But then as it goes, it collects all kinds of junk on the way, human-made and other things and all, and then finally it merges into the ocean. So it's like when the journey starts, and sometimes you see even with the great Swamis, they have one philosophy, but their chelas keep messing it up.
Oh, yeah.
So I just wanted to bring that up, that whenever you have anything, I would go back to the Adi Shankaracharya's commentary, and it's in Sanskrit, but a lot of saints and sages, like including Chinmayananji, what we are studying, Mandukya, Karika, and everything is Shankaracharya's lineage, means because it was his guru's Guru Gaudpachi who did this. So just wanted...
Same thing with Swami Dayanand Saraswati.
Right, the Arya Samaj.
Revived Arya Samaj.
Exactly.
Who started Arya Samaj actually to revive Vedas.
Vedas, huh?
But now, when you go to Sannyas Ashram, they change your name. And the name is always with Saraswati. So, and they put Swami in the front, Swami Saraswati, and put something like Swami Dayanand Saraswati.
Right.
So there has been so many Swami Dayanand Saraswati there.
Yeah. So we should, in our mind, we should know the difference. That's all I was saying. It's something like Buddha, and now you have Dalai Lama. Of course, Dalai Lama is amazing in his teaching, but Buddha is Buddha, Dalai Lama is Dalai Lama. That's the distinction I was trying to make. That's
so anytime there's confusion, go back to
the source, And I think Gita is a very good one to really, because it encompasses many things, and is a huge authority on the Upanishad. So I would definitely, if I have a conflict, I would believe what Gita is saying.
Yeah.
Just like I was bringing back the caste system, how go back to the
But
source.
then Gita is also translated by so many people. So
Well, that is always going to happen. In the end, you have to, I trust Chinmayananji because I have studied it for last 20 years and I kind of resonate with his thinking I always say it's a very subtle subject. So in the end, what understanding you get is the main thing, no matter who's talking.
yeah.
How it kind of goes into your head is, and then
But then again, our head is also limited, and we understand the meaning based on our.
you are right. That's why what is the
a
prayer we do? Please do so that I understand it correctly.
Yeah.
So we surrender to the higher head. Hey Bhagwan, अगर आपको सब कुछ मालूम है तो आप मुझे वही understanding दीजिए, because the wrong understanding से chaos happens in the world with wrong fanaticism, this, that. So we have to constantly be humble and pray that please whoever the God is, Brahman is, give me that strength to do the correct understanding. So that's what we always start with that prayer.
Swami and Ramdev Baba, he does one this pranayam.
Brahmari they call it.
Brahmari. But I was just because I have some knowledge, but I may be wrong, and I'm just thinking that I think this is wrong pranayam. Because these 4 fingers, they are supposed to go to your glands. There are different glands which are activating the system. So one is main here, pituitary gland, the one is over here, and there are 2 which is there. So I was doing Brahmari like the regular way, and then I thought, no, I think this got diluted somewhere.
Well,
So
there
this
are
might be
3-4 different approaches to it.
Yeah.
So you have to just stick to one approach, and if you really believe in it, because whether you do it this way, that way, that when you close your eyes and you say, that Brahmari, it does do something.
Vibrations.
Yes. But I would, in the end, trust your own instinct and say, if you believe in this, then just do it that way. If you think you get more benefit. Some people, they can do meditation by open eyes.
They actually, most of them do when they are in. They open the eyes and they do. I've seen the pictures.
I do it.
Yeah.
So exactly. So then, but सभी को नहीं suit करेगा वो, because हम लोग का mind पे depend करता है. Our mind may be so disturbed by seeing something.
But you are supposed to concentrate here.
No, it's not necessary because it's all taking your prana there, and sometimes
Right.
I look into the sky and I'm there.
Right.
Right. So,
But it's like when I get up early in the morning, like 5 o'clock, and I'm sitting outside alone, and I feel so.
because the Brahma Muhurat you are more sattvic for sure. I mean that's a scientific fact also. So those are the things I want to bring that up. And another point that when I was listening is that we were talking about Arjun ne Krishna Bhagwan ko bola ki mera rath leke chalo. Everybody knows he did that in the beginning, right, of Gita.
No, even later he said.
No, okay. This is what I just want.
Later on, Krishna Bhagwan asked him.
ओ वो तो लड़ाई करने के टाइम पे पर वो जो significant जो एक बोला ना उसने
right.
and और उसने जब कृष्ण भगवान को कहा कि मुझे मेरा रथ बीच में लेके आओ, so कृष्ण भगवान ने भी बहुत बड़ी psychology यूज की वो टाइम पे, because he brought it in the middle but he faced it so that Arjun could see 2 people only mainly. One was Bhishma Pitama and one was his guru.
Dronacharya.
And because वो दोनों, he was fearful only of those 2.
Yeah.
एक तो both of them were beyond him, he knew it. In the skills, in like experience, in everything. One is a guru. A guru can always keep few tricks under his pocket and not tell you everything.
Sure.
That's number one. And guru is guru. I mean, lot of reverence, lot of this thing. And hey, I'm going to kill him. And Bhishma Pitama, he absolutely loved him. Number one. And then he had Ichha Mrityu Ka Vardhan. So Krishna Bhagwan knew that he has to take that fear out of him. उनको देखते ही उसको लगा, boom, I'm going to lose my war. And so his fear was, then he started babbling away like, वो बोलते हैं ना खट्टे अंगूर, सुना है ना हिंदी में, खट्टे अंगूर means that grapes are sour. Oh, I'm not going to win this war, so let me just tell Krishna Bhagwan all the arguments why I should not fight. And it sounds so noble. I don't want to kill my, cousins. I want to go and meditate under the tree. Everything sounds so wonderful. Well, somebody say, oh, of course. So I just wanted to bring that how the psychology is that he took him over there, and then he just had a nervous breakdown. It's better to have a nervous breakdown before you start, clear your mind, and then jump into it. Imagine if in the middle of the war he had all those things.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to bring that point also, because to clarify that when you took the Rath in that.
One more point I want to say, because of this class, our main purpose is to intensify our spiritual practice, because we can have as much knowledge as we want. There is no dearth of there is no end of knowledge, but main focus is on practicing it. So let's make it a point like we practice.
That's why Bhagavad Gita, I bring it in, because that is the most practical one that it gives a lot of importance to karma yoga and action, and how it says that through action you can reach, because it doesn't never says go and just sit and meditate, because we all are in the samsara. We all have to do our thing. So how to do the action so that we can keep progressing, and that's one point. And then for everyone there could be a different reason to attend this class. That doesn't matter. If you can intensify your own sadhana, you can have clarity. So we can do so many different things, So as long as it's benefiting, that's what counts the most, Because everybody is at different stages.
Everyone increases their spiritual space.
Yes.
So it may be different space, but still you're expanding your space. So that is the purpose.
Right. And I know that sometimes, we might feel, why we are reading all this, what's the point? But at least, like you said, that by doing this, it opens up something in your mind,
Sure.
and it's all a spiritual material only, that you're doing. So coming back to this, the theme that we had last time, it was from chapter 4. It was verse 13, which said, what was Chatur Varna and all that. So I'm jumping straight to chapter 18 now, because there is, and I just wanted to bring the 3 gunas back. Like, I don't know how much everybody knows about the 3 gunas. The sattva, rajas, tamas.
Yeah.
Everybody kind of has idea.
Yeah.
Okay, nature is made of the 3 gunas, and every entity, every living being or non-living being, according to them, can be not divided.
Categorized?
Well, divided in not like a actual division, but can be characterized as 3 different gunas, and that's why you have heard of the sattvic food, rajasic food, and tamasic food. So Krishna Bhagavan started in chapter 14. It's called the chapter of 3 gunas. So he in detail went in there. And the gunas are more like, the only way I know that the sattvic guna is predominant in me at a particular moment is by my action. It's something like when you go to the doctor and you have a disease, just by looking at you, he may not be able to tell if there's a virus or something. Then you say, oh, I'm coughing, oh, I have... Then he say, oh, 10 symptoms, okay, this is your disease. So then these gunas it shows up in our personality. And then we say, okay, this person is sattvic, or this person is rajasic. So, and then Swamiji compares these gunas to like a dashboard in your car. Health of your mind. So if it's like, engine light is on, that means you too much tamas is there. Immediately fix your mind. And if it's yellow light, then too much rajas. And if everything is smooth and all, it's sattvic, something. So he started with that, and the reason I'm bringing that up, because the 4 varnas are directly related to it. We already saw that last time, right? That is just a classification of the human mind. And the mind, the kind of temperament you have in your mind, that's where you do your action. And your action kind of defines who you are. Is everybody on the same page? So that's why when we say Brahman, then there are certain characteristics that come out, and then person will be Brahman, and there, and so on and so forth. So, and then what he did, chapter 14 was he described all the gunas, and then chapter 15, little diversion happened. 16, he comes back and talks about devilish and asuric quality and divine qualities, like Devik and asuric. quality. 17, he goes back to the gunas, and what he does is he takes every aspect of our life, and he says this kind of behavior is sattvic, rajasic, tamasic. And for example, you're like buddhi. What defines a sattvic buddhi? What defines a rajasic buddhi, and what defines a tamasic buddhi? And I'll just give a simple example, and maybe it will resonate with you. That sattvic buddhi is when you see oneness everywhere. So if somebody sees that substratum is everywhere, that's a sattvic buddhi. And a rajasic buddhi will see the division. Okay, there is one Brahman, but there is this divisions also. Ye aisa hai, wo aisa hai, wo aisa hai. That's a rajasic buddhi. And tamasic buddhi is you take the whole thing and you take one part of it and you think that is a reality. Extreme fanaticism. Like, hey, I should not say it too loud. कि ये अगर हम ये नहीं करेंगे तो हेल में जाएंगे, ऐसा होता है ना, वो वाली जो बुद्धि है ना, that is tamasic. So that's how it describes it. And then another kind of thing is like fortitude in your life. It can be 3 different kinds. Faith can be 3 different kinds. Very much in detail he goes. And then he divides, another classification he does, Krishna Bhagwan, is that in everybody's life we have these 4 aspects in our life. We eat food, we do action or sacrifice, he calls it, and then we do austerities like tapas. You've heard the word tapas is like when you're trying to improve your mind and all that, and you give up certain things. So there is a little austerities in English that will be called. You are trying to get better. So austerity, tapa, and dana, and charity, what we do. So all 4 can be of 3 different kinds. You can have a tamasic, rajasic, and sattvic. So he goes that division also, because somebody might think, oh, when I'm giving charity, how can it be 3 different kinds? So he defines it. That
even worshipping is 3 different
3 different kinds. Everything, that's what I was saying.
So one worships Kuber, Lakshmi, Rajasic, Tamasic worship Bhoot Pret, and the Sattvic worships all the gods.
So Bhoot Pret, when you come, so when people think Bhoot Pret, they think that maybe some kind of demons, but what the way Swamiji explains is the Panch Bhutas jo hote hai na, means materialistic mein hi, whole time in the materialism, the dollar eye namaha kind of thing.
Yeah.
What Acharya used to say, that their mind is only.
But they are all equal if they follow their nature.
Well, I would say that
Krishna Bhagwan obviously is trying to sway you to Sattvic, but if you read the Uddhav Gita, which was the one he gave the last sermon to Uddhav, he said these are the 3 gunas, but I am above that.
See, gunatit to hona hi padega in the end, because to be in the Turiya state. Yeah.
So even Sattvic is golden handcuffs.
Yes.
So that's the main point.
But another very, very, very important point is you cannot jump from tamasic to sattvic. It's a journey you have to take through rajasic, because it's something like this. A person is totally lazy, cannot even get up. You cannot go and tell him, go meditate. So what do you will tell him first? Hey, ut, to kuch kaam kar, to paise milenge, then you can get some food, you can get something. So you will whip him up to get up and do some action. And then he will do action for a while, and then he will say, oh, dunya mein kya rakha hai? I'm doing all this, I'm still not feeling happy. Then he will think about. So you cannot take a completely tamasic person and, immediately. So that's why the journey is important.
If you look at it, he was resting, and then he had to do all this work, then he's going to rest again. So
that's a good joke. The why? Because if he's happy with himself, then it's fine. But if he's like becoming a nuisance to society and himself,
that's different.
Crying whole time. Okay, otherwise, there are a lot of people, it's India especially, where I live in Pacific Beach, a lot of them, they look totally happy to me. They're sitting on the street and they're just, God knows, in their own world. Fine, if that's what they want to do, So that is the journey of so now coming back to the same theme, this is chapter 18, and 1 or 2 verses I'll just say what he's saying and then go to the one particular one that I wanted to do. So this we already talked about. I'll just read the English translation. We won't do everything because it will take too much
Yeah.
time. Verse 40's English translation is, there is no being on earth or again in the heavens among the devas also, who is totally liberated from the three qualities born of Prakriti.
Right.
So this three qualities ऊपर तक इंद्र आप बोले थे ना इंद्र का वही है. He also is
Sure,
afflicted
he's
by the
always
three
worried
qualities.
somebody will take over his throne.
Yeah, so it's maybe what.
Yeah.
And then I just